This is a video chart presentation of Cequence Energy Limited, brought to you by allpenny-stocks.com. Cequence trades on the TSX under the ticker CQE. This is indeed doing some true bottom fishing. Stock has just been in a massive downward slide. I'm not even sure how many red days in a row it had back here to kick off 2012. But it's getting pretty close to that $1 level, where oftentimes stocks will bounce. People will call it a $1 boogie. And when it starts approaching these levels, the percent gains and loss can come pretty easily. So we're just going to run through the indicators real quick and see if they're giving us any hints of a potential bounce. We're seeing a positive divergence as the MACD is trending upward, price per share is trending down. Now it is a bit of a concern that the MACD is starting to flatten itself out, and the histogram bars have a little bit of a downward trend back towards zero. But until the support level at this old bottom at $1.20 falls, I'm going to pay more attention that this MACD is still trending upward in the long term. Worst case scenario, it falls back down, makes a new low. MACD rotates, drops a bullish cross, and continues the upward path in the long-term perspective of the chart. Coming off a PPO ADX pinch, PPO still trending back towards zero. ADX is still in a very nice reversal position with the negative DI making slightly lower highs. Positive DI down low, just a nice position for a reversal. Of course, I'd expect to see quite a few bearish things from these volume-based indicators because the stock has been on such a strong slide. Very little time up above 50. It is a good sign that the accumulation distribution is trying to hold some sort of flat line. I'd want to see it hold those levels. In an ideal world, of course, start to move back upward, show some buying pressure. Shaken money flow is moving back towards zero, telling me that buying and selling pressure is somewhat equalizing. While early on, again, that's a positive indication. CCI trying to push its way back through negative 100. Bottom feeders would use that as a buy point. It would be a hold unless it broke back down through negative 100. Full stow still in oversold territory. Little bit of turn to it right now, showing the slightest amount of momentum. But again, below 20, bearish in oversold territory. Just look for some upward pressure. Ideally, you want to see it back over top of 50. Tricks, like the MACD, is putting together a little bit of an upward trend back towards zero, but flatlining. And the RSIs, primarily below 50 ever since this thing fell from around $4.70. Pretty much to be expected. Not a lot of bullish momentum in the play. What I would be looking for, though, bottom support at $1.20 to hold. Let's see if this can push back above a little bit of resistance right there around $1.30. If it can make that push, obviously this has gone through a lot of different plateaus. There's going to be some secondary resistance in a lot of areas, but I'd be looking right around the $1.45 mark for the next area of resistance, and then again up near $1.60. Now, depending if this price per share can even bounce to begin with, it depends on how quickly it moves as to which resistance is going to be stronger. From a static standpoint, right now the $1.60 mark is, but the 50-day moving average is dynamic. It's clearly on a downward path, and if this moves slowly, it could reinforce the idea of the resistance around $1.45. On a quick movement, $1.60 would be really stiff. But with this closing at $1.27, if this can put together a bounce, there's some nice short-term upside to it. For me, the bottom support at $1.20 must hold, but there's just not a lot of support in sight. It could be basically back into a free fall. I'd have to wait for it to set back up, establish some kind of support, look for the indicators to align again, see if they're going to give hints of a long-term reversal in trend and the finding of a true bottom for this chart. But right now it's going to go on bounce watch, see if it can hold this support and take on some upward pressure. Volume is pretty decent in this, 403,000 shares traded. It's actually a little bit less than average. I'd look for volume, try and pick back up, show people are seeing it as a buying opportunity, and that will help with things like the momentum and the volume-based indicators to move more quickly upward. Those are the type of things that I'd be looking for in the Cequence Energy chart, but as always, it's merely my interpretation. I'm not a financial consultant. Strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence. Consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Please visit the allpenny-stocks.com website to view the full disclaimer disclosure, and do not base any investment decisions upon any material found on the website and/or its video chart. No person employed by All Penny Stocks is a registered investment advisor or licensed broker-dealer. Thank you for watching, and trade smart.